Hi, today I'm going to show you how you can use AI for high net worth clients without having to enter any goals or use goals-based advice. We're looking at William Intelligence, divorced with 4 kids, and of course, William is a high net worth investor. Currently, he has a net worth of about $12 million, spread across SMSF and retail super funds, investment properties, money invested on the platforms, and he also has a home worth about $4 million. Despite all of this, William only has a net cash flow of about $31,000 across, as an average, across the next few years, as you can see. This can easily be explained by the fact that his current investments are not very well structured. For example, William has 3 retail super funds, and unfortunately for him, the investments within some of those funds are not even aligned to his risk profile. William is a growth investor. He also has a property where his ex-wife and kids live, and on this property he has an investment mortgage of about $1.3 million, and this is costing him about $10,000 in mortgage repayment every month. William also has an SMSF, and once again, unfortunately for him, the assets within the SMSF don't reflect his risk appetite. So today we're going to work on a scenario to ensure that William is in a much better position today in terms of his cash flow, but also we want to ensure that he is much better at retirement in terms of his overall net wealth and his cash flow position. The first thing we're going to do is withdraw from his existing assets. I'll turn the first 2 strategies on and explain what I'm doing. So even if he currently has the means to pay off that investment mortgage in full, William has indicated to me that he's starting a new startup, a new venture, and he needs some ready cash available for that. So we're going to use $500,000 from his savings account, and we're going to push this towards that loan. We want to reduce the amount he owes to the bank. That second lot of $500,000, it won't be used right now, but just remember it for later in this scenario case study. So all I've done here, as you can see, is pay off $500,000 off that $1.3 million investment mortgage. And what this allows me to do as well is reduce the amount he was paying monthly on that debt from $10,000 to $6,000 monthly. And what you should see now is that, to start with, he's in a much better position in terms of his cash flow. So again, baseline versus scenario 2. 78,000 versus 31,000 without the advice. But also, we're going to save him about 200,000 in terms of interest payable on that investment mortgage. So we're saving him right now 207,000. Let's now move on to the super and pension chart, and we're going to first do a super all over and then do some contributions as well. So if you remember, William had 3 different retail super funds. By rolling everything into one platform, what this does for him is that he is going to save about $4,000 every year. So what we're doing here is we're rolling everything, so everything in Macquarie, everything in Hub24 into his AMP North personal super plan, and his total fees will now be 3,600. And we're also doing some non-concessional contributions as well. In the previous demonstration of AI, we did touch on this. So you can, of course, contribute a specific amount, like I've done today, $20,000 until retirement. I could have contributed up to the cap. And after applying those 2 strategies, we can now see that we've increased the total amount, the total super balance at retirement by about 300,000. Now, remember that William also has an SMSF, and we're now going to make some adjustments to his SMSF investments. Unfortunately for William, again, his investments were not aligned to his current risk profile, and what we've done here is made some adjustments to ensure that his SMSF is actually working in his favor. So we're going to use 600,000 as a deposit to buy a shop front worth $1 million. It leaves a gap of about 400,000, which is of course filled using a loan and LRBA. I have even added my expected rental income for that shop front per month. And of course, this then reduces the amount within my rebalancing assets to about 1.9 million, and 20% will go towards CBA shares, direct investments, 10% in a cash management trust, and the rest will be invested within a platform, AMP North Investment. It's an existing platform. However, everything was invested before within an investment option not at all aligned to his risk profile. We've changed this, and now we should be able to see the impact of the 3 different strategies on his retirement. So again, you've got the baseline on the left hand side, and his projected total superannuation balance at retirement was about 5.5 million. We've now increased this to about 7.5 million. and we can now focus on his overall net wealth, and we're going to apply a couple of strategies linked to his existing Hub24 platform investment. Again, unfortunately for William, his current investment options within that Hub24 platform are not reflective of his risk appetite. So what we're doing first is a platform rebalance, and after the rebalance we're then going to invest in an additional $500,000. Remember that additional 500k that I took out from existing assets in my first strategy. We're going to push that money towards the Hub24 platform investment. And in doing so, let's look at age 63, 64, and 65. When he goes into retirement, as you can see, we've increased his total net wealth from 20.9 million to nearly 24 million. And of course, we can show you the impact of everything on his cash flow as well. He's in a much better position at retirement, as you can see. One more time, scenario 2 versus the baseline. And very importantly, without the advice, he would be in a seriously bad position in terms of his cash flow, minus 48,000 without the advice, versus being cash flow positive with everything that we've done for him today. And it gets better and better, as you can see, as he gets older in terms of his cash flow position. Lastly, of course, all of this can be pushed into an SOA. And with our SOA, it's a very flexible proposition where if you don't want, again, to have anything related to goals-based advice, this is exactly what we've done here. It's pretty much your standard SOA, talking about the scope of advice, what the advice is based on, and obviously everything, every strategy that we've used in our scenario, everything is reflected here in terms of strategy text, which is of course fully customizable as well.